So then, we are back with modern understandings from the time of the Second Tabernacle services, where we find in the Aramaic English translation of the word. This translation comes from the original manuscripts of the prophets of the Italic lineage. So then we can understand the time of the end as per Yirmiyahu the prophet. We find then the Gentiles also were included in the plan of restoration. So then we find what is then the deal regarding the future as far as his industry is concerned. We doesn't have to have a very big understanding of the simplistic methods of fabrication and also industry that should be then used. What are the couple of areas of the world is going to be the most advanced as far as mining is concerned? Couple of places, Africa and also Amazon. Those places are going to be thriving with industry, with trucking, with boating, with ships. And let me ask you this, when you are producing an equipment, are you going then to ship a complicated machine, compacted, you can barely stick a wrench in it, in the midst of the forest where then the temperature is around 40 Celsius, and then the humidity is high, there is no service station? Are you going to provide them with a complicated machine? If you do, you are stupid. Understandable, there are the standards of environmental, blah, 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 but it does not do the purpose. You come up with a complicated machine where then it's computerized, the whole panel is computerized, digital, and LCD, and blah, blah, blah. You know what they're going to do with it? They're going to throw a rock at it, destroy it, they're going to remove the entire panel, they're going to use an analog system where you can read what it is. Plus then, when you find those instructions, as far as manufacturing instructions, all you have then, any problems besides these, you have to take to the dealer. In the midst of the forest, where do you find a dealer? So this situation of, people coming up in the morning and placing their suits and ties and blah, 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 and go to a clean environment, and they have this sense of the world being absolutely in order. That's not what the future is bringing. So let's align ourselves with instructions. So then we find precisely what's coming in the future. Couple of places in the world extremely important. Amazon, because of the natural resources, natural riches. It is far. Some areas over there is twice the size of the state of Texas, United States, and there is no road. Aircrafts, they have to use the Douglas from the Second World War. They can take so much punishment. You can use a jet engine over there. It breaks apart. Are you going to send your truck complicated, computerized? You can stick a wrench in it barely. No, the people are going to glance at it. What is this? They're going to place it aside. It's not realistic with the time in the season where the machine is going to be used at. What you want is a truck from the period from the 50s up to the 70s, somewhere around their area, where it's simple fixing, simple service, spacious, and you make the driver the mechanic, having a license or not. Because the instructions are very simple. As long as they respect positioning, spacing, torquing, tensioning, those are very easy parameters for a person to understand as a mechanic or then as a driver. Then comes the politicians that doesn't even know how to set up a fence in the backyard. Goes to work every day, a person is then placed in a car, and then a person opens the car, sits in the car, leaves the car, goes into a chamber or something, doesn't even know how to measure the AC outlet in a home. What kind of decisions they can make regarding those places that are very remote? Oh, because they have talked to the dealers. There are no dealers. We're dealing with a forest, and there is only a road. For hundreds of miles, only road, forest. Snake the size of enough to eat children. Let me ask you this, then you find a complicated truck, and then it breaks down. How are they going to get dealers over there? But no, the suit and tie people, they are, because, technology, you know what? It doesn't work in those areas. Simplify the damn thing. Take it apart. Remove computers. Remove whatsoever is obsolete. A heavy-duty block. Nicely built, heavy-duty. And a few gauges on the top of it, in the panel. A few switches. Airing lines, obviously. And that's about it. Don't complicate the situation, because if you complicate, you're not going to get then for sale and sold items. People in those areas, they don't have the patience. Patience is a virtue. They don't have the patience of waiting for dealers to come and then fixing the damn thing. They want to get a simple situation, a simple truck where they can fix it and then on its way. Where anywhere along the way, if there is a problem, the driver simply states, it's not the block. I know for sure it's not the block. And then half hour it's fixed. So he doesn't find then a snake on the road to bite his rear. There are no service stations in those areas. Let me ask you this, how are politicians are going to work with this situation? They get up in the morning, they have, their scheduling of junks to speak during the day. They don't understand the industry. They barely know how to fix the fence. How are they going to understand then the future of these places? They are not apt. That's why media in the future, they're going to be murderers against the governments. Because they understand the governments are incompetent. It's the positive side of murder. Try to understand. Murderers means if governments, they don't know what they are talking about, they're going to have the end of the shaft. Right straight on the face. What you are saying does not make any sense. How can you translate these to numbers, production, in what you're talking about? You know what? The politicians, they have to answer. And precisely and very frankly. Otherwise, you as a politician, you're going to be discarded. Because you are of no use. You don't understand what it takes to get a road over there, to get at least a fuel depot, to get those trucks moving from the mines. And if you have not prepared your country, as the Messiah said, give it to the government, what belongs to the government, taxation-wise, then truly we're screwed. It's not the modern ways we are living in, postmodern ways or postmodern era. No, we are going back to the 50s. There are thousands and thousands of miles of places where mining is going to be very famous. Machines for mining, machines for building roads, service station, the very simplest. The chief over there in charge of the freighter, he's not going to say, oh no, wait over there, would you? Why don't you have a seat over there, have a drink, and then we're going to send the dealer over there with a towing truck 1,200 miles from the closest city You know, it's not going to take very long, so relax. You know, we pay you a hotel. Do you have a hotel to stay there? No, we pay a hotel for you. You know, relax. You know, the dealers are coming. The mechanics are coming then to fix your truck. This is what politicians they think. Because the company is then required at least to give some basic. What is basic? What is the definition of basic? Basic for a politician is having a road, a decent road, having a service station, having a hotel, having electricity. That's what's basic for them. Basic in those areas, you have to have equipment that doesn't break. Then comes the truck out of the mining over there, 1,200 miles in the midst of the forest, coming out with a load of ore. Has to go to the port. The captain is waiting already. You have to drive the damn thing over there at the port, release your cargo, and get the heck out of there. And then the complicated trucks break on the way. Do you think the captain is going to wait? Oh, no, let me get a hold of the dealer for you. Oh, no, relax. You know what those people are going to say when mining starts? Don't even get close to that damn truck over there because it's always a problem. The drivers far away, they can't fix the damn thing. Give me something simple they can fix themselves. When they hire a driver, it has to have mechanical experience. How are you going to ship a computer from a dealer that's 1,200 miles away? They don't even have the basic services. But that's where the money is coming from. But the governments, they are not even doing what they should be doing. They are not even taxing properly, and they are speaking great, voluminous words of industry, you know, made in USA. Sure, what's our income? 16.5. What is Medicare expense? More than 40. What can you make out of it? Speaking voluminous volumes of understanding of American industry. And we are not even taxing properly. Then you mix mining, extremely important. The Amazon is replete with gold and you name it. Those places over there, they're going to be replete with roads. Do you think they're going to buy your complicated truck? You forget it. They are not going to buy your equipment because it's complicated. The understanding of it is, you own a company, you own 10 trucks. You want the simplest, the strongest, and the most powerful of them. You make your driver the mechanic, because there are no service stations. The objective is, go over there in the mine, get this truck loaded, take to the port. This is your job. And do you think then the chief wants to get on the telephone, the truck is broken? Because of some sort of a damn trash hole in the computer system, and then the damn thing breaks. No service stations. During the day, 40. Humid. But that's where the money is at. The money is no longer in big cities because the governments, they don't know how to do the work. They neglected what the Messiah told them to do and observe. What did he say? Give it to the government. What belongs to the government came from heaven. This is where our country, America, can become great in the future. Because we used to produce simple, reliable, heavy-duty equipment, barely breaks. But then we've lost the understanding of simple industry. We got caught up ourselves in complicated machines, complicated computerized systems, and then smart grid of some sort. What is this? What is the simplicity of our industry? You know, the world is repleted with complicated equipment. It doesn't have to be such complicated machines. So then when the time comes, then you sense your country was then set aside because of lack of competence. You know, don't complain later. During the time of Yirmiyahu, he said, the Babylonians are coming. The Babylonians are coming. And he was talking for a long time. He always was placed aside as crazy. They came the first, second, and third time the city was leveled. So don't get mesmerized by this postmodern junk. Understand simplicity, being robust, understand how to fix it, and then drive on. Can be sure of it's going to have a shortage of drivers in the future. Shortage because of the squalid conditions. But that's where the money is at. You know, you want to get paid 50 hour, 100 hour, that's where the money is at. But then you have to use your brain. You can't rely always on you're going to have a hotel over there. There are no hotels. Because I have to have a gasoline station over there. It's true, it has to have a fuel depot. And the damn truck can't brake. Then you stay over there in the midst of the forest for a year, boy, you can nearly retire. So let's discomplicate ourselves as far as the Gentile level, making it simple, and most importantly, discandalize ourselves from what we have learned from heaven. You know, Shaliach Shaul said the people at the end of times, they would believe fables. Because what's coming, it's not very nice. Politicians, they are on a line. Every single jack of them, they are on a line. The media are aiming at them. And believe me, they are going to be murderers. It's only a situation of time. But when it comes, stay away from the media. Because if you get caught in the media and they find the truth, ha! You know why the media is going to do this? Because they're going to be doing investments themselves. Everybody is going to be doing trade with China.